There's some super exciting blockbusters coming to the screens, and producer Charlie joins me now with all the latest and what's happening in films. Tell me what's going on. Where do we start?
Okay, so we're starting with one of the biggest movies probably of the year, honestly. Twisters is here.
Twisters, tell me about it.
So, PG-13.
Okay.
I'm not sure what the original was, if it was PG-13 or PG.
Okay.
But so this one follows a retired tornado chaser and meteorologist who is persuaded to return to Oklahoma to work with a new team and new technologies. For the most part, the story is relatively similar from the original.
Sure.
But 20 plus years difference in technology, both actuality and in film. So it definitely is different. This one stars Glenn Powell and Daisy Edgar-Jones.
Yeah.
And Anthony Ramos, he has a pretty good part in this as well.
Yeah.
So most of this was actually filmed in Oklahoma.
Really?
And so for the premiere week, Glenn and Daisy were actually in quite a few of the theaters in Oklahoma.
Well, that's really cool.
Right?
I love that.
So James Paxton's son, James Paxton was in the original Twister. He actually had a cameo in this film too.
That's a fun fact, yeah.
Right? And at the same time that Twisters was being pitched to the studios, Universal Pictures actually rejected a plan from Helen Hunt, who was in the original as well, to direct a sequel to Twister. And so the sequel would have followed a black and brown storm chasers, members of a rocket science club at a historical black college and university.
Oh.
So I guess, I'm not sure if they wanted to just not do a sequel, or if they just, because Twisters is a standalone film.
Sure.
There are some callbacks to the original, but for the most part, it's its own thing.
Okay.
It's very good. The studio actually wanted to reprise Helen Hunt's role and have the storyline of Twisters follow the daughter of her and Bill Paxton's characters.
Ooh, that'd have been interesting.
Right? So they went a different way, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's still a good one. I feel like this film, being, so far later, films evolved quite a bit. I watched Twister earlier this week.
Yeah.
And so watching Twisters, I feel like this one shows the power and intensity of tornadoes a little bit more than the original did.
Very good.
I feel like it definitely shows more of how much destruction these tornadoes can bring.
Absolutely.
It's still a little bit, has a little unrealism in it.
Yeah,
because
sure.
honestly, if this happened, all of Oklahoma would be flat.
Right, absolutely.
Because there are how many tornadoes they chase in 3 days span.
Yeah.
So cast members actually attended a weather boot camp to learn about tornadoes from meteorologists and storm chasers ahead of filming this. So worldwide, it's already made $123.2 million, with $80.5 million just here in the U.S. and Canada.
Oh my God.
And a budget of $155 million.
They're gonna easily hit that.
Easily, they're gonna surpass it. So honestly, it's a good one. It'll kind of, keep you on the edge of your seat with those tornadoes and everything. So if you're looking for a good one, that's it.
I love it. Overall, you like the cast?
Oh yeah, I think Glenn Powell and Daisy Edgar-Jones were really good.
Yeah.
It's definitely a standalone. If they do a sequel, I don't know why they need to.
Okay.
It's its own thing.
So one and done would be perfect.
One and done for sure. So moving on, last week AMC's Screen Unseen was Sing Sing.
Sing Sing, okay.
So this is a rated R film that follows a small group of prisoners inside Sing Sing Correctional Facility, one of the world's most infamous maximum security prisons in New York, as they attempt to stage their own original production, Breaking the Mummy's Code.
Oh.
So like I said, this is based on a real-life rehabilitation program called Through the Arts at the Sing Sing Maximum Security Prison. It stars Coleman Domingo. He's great in the role.
He's incredible.
He is great in everything I've seen him in.
Yeah.
And so in this film, all the other inmates and even the other leading role are actually formerly incarcerated men who were alumni of this program.
Wow.
So they either play themselves or another inmate that was in the program at the time. So the other person that's a lead along with Coleman is Clarence Divine Eye Macklin. He plays himself.
Okay.
Honestly, a very moving and heartfelt film.
Yeah.
It actually premiered at Toronto International Film Festival in September of 23 and was picked up by A24. So it's currently not out yet. It had a limited release earlier this month, and it has its wide release on August 2nd.
That's incredible, though.
It's a really good one. I highly recommend. It's rated R, but it's a very heartfelt one. You're gonna maybe tear up a little bit.
Yeah.
You're gonna have the little feels.
You're gonna feel all the things.
It's very good. Coleman Domingo does great. Divine Eye, he also's amazing. And they did this theater program, but they're actually all really good actors,
Really?
I
Okay, well,
think
that's
so.
exciting. What else you got?
So that's all. Twisters is really the only thing that came out this week.
Okay.
But moving on, this next weekend we have the other blockbuster of the summer, which I'm most excited for. Deadpool and Wolverine is finally here.
Yeah, a lot of people are talking about
and
this.
I am super excited.
Okay.
Also, we have the Fabulous Four and Dee Dee. So Fabulous Four and Didi are more smaller films.
Yeah.
But then also streaming-wise this week, today, Ghostbusters Frozen Empire is on Netflix. So, some good movies in theaters, at home, and coming out.
a little bit
so
of everything.
the summer blockbusters are kind of finally here. Twisters and Deadpool are the big ones of this whole entire year, honestly, after Challengers earlier this year.
I love it. All right, well, Producer Charlie, thank you. As always, go check out a film on streaming or in theaters and let us know what you think.